So I'm sitting here uploading a video in town, and I've just been thinking, I get a question quite often when I'm talking to people at the range or friends and family about why bother inventing a Wildcat cartridge. And the short answer is because I think it can work better than what's already commercially available. And the long answer includes the reasons why. So part of the reason why is I have shot vermin with varmint weight bullets in a 223 that have been clearly doing the death spins and have decided to run away. I didn't shoot them twice. I thought I nailed them right through the boiler house and, moved on to a second coyote in the same field, and the one that was spinning somewhere between me trying to pop off a shot at the second dog took off and ran away. No blood trail, and because varmint bullets are typically designed to expand in a cavity about that deep so as to not wreck the hide on the exit wound, or at least not as bad. That's the theory behind the explosive varmint bullets. So what I basically decided I needed was a heavier bullet going a similar, if not the same, velocity with a worse penetration coefficient, but perhaps the same, if not better, ballistic coefficient. So I settled on making a Wildcat that was a 6mm that had similar velocities to a 223 with the same bullet weights, but the bullets are of a different construction, where 75 grain bullet is a pretty heavy bullet for a 223. 75 grain is almost as light of bullets as they make typically for a 6mm. Now I do have some 58 grain 6mm bullets that I think are going to do very well, but traditionally the old 6mm stuff, flat base, hollow point, flat base, soft points, your 6mm varmint bullets, typically around 70-75 grains. So that's why the Wildcat. It's an attempt to get more velocity for heavier bullets, which I think is a possibility, and I've proved is, at least in my gun, I have beaten the 223 velocities with the same or similar bullet weights. The second reason is because this cartridge is specifically designed to be run at magazine length for an AR-15, and this chamber that I blueprinted has specifically had a shortened throat in order to accommodate magazine length loadings in this 6mm UPC. So everything here is optimized to run in an AR-15 with AR-15 magazine constraints. And so, just efficacy of the round isn't the whole story. Because if it was just about efficacy of the round, guess what? I've got a 243 that'll do that. It's efficacy in a small package, in a very efficient package, that will meet AR-15 magazine constraints, so that's 2.260 inches, that will be optimized for performance at those limits. And so that's what I think I've done. And so we're kind of going through these loads together, but to answer the question, why Wildcat? Why reinvent the wheel? Why go to all that effort? That's the reason why. Because the commercially available 6mm that come in AR-15s are over-purposed. They are highly expensive. Parts, components, supplies are in very short supply, and they're a hyper super duper cartridge that is inefficient for what most people are going to do with it. So that's a reason why. And the second reason why is because I've got the efficiency down in this to where I'm using lighter charge weights than I would be even using in a 223 to achieve these velocities. So that's why, for why the Wildcat, there it is. And it works. carry it with me everywhere I go now. I trust it. I've got load development to where I trust this thing in the truck all the time.